Hey everybody, welcome. We're on our paid account here. We're going to finish up a Theros Beyond Death best of 3 draft we started a while back actually, but it's been sitting here waiting for us, and now we have the window to play. Actually, it's funny, we had the window to play because we just finished up a Boros aggro deck draft that went really fast, but the one we have to finish here is another Boros aggro, so I'm going to take a look at this with you all. But before we examine this deck and jump into battle, I did want to thank my sponsor, CardKingdom.com. You can check out Card Kingdom from my panels down below. There's a little link to Card Kingdom that takes you there from here. That lets them know you got there from here and supports my stream. And if you're into Magic, which I assume you are because you're here, maybe you're not into physical Magic, you're just digital, but if you're a physical digital type of Magic player, they're going to take care of your physical game like basically nobody else on the planet. Their inventory, their service, their speed of shipping, their quality of packaging, it all marries together to produce one of the finest retail Magic experiences that you could hope to find yourself in on this here planet of ours. So thank you so much for your support, Card Kingdom. Appreciate it. Now let's get back to trying to rack up some wins with this here deck. And we're going to go update my stuff. What are we, 2-0? I forgot to look. I think we're 2-0, but now I forget. Let me know if that's wrong, if I'm just dreaming. Definitely playing first with this deck, and definitely keeping this. All in on Envoy here, Impending Doom, Sentinel's Eyes, go, 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 something like that. Might start on the Leonin though. It's the more aggro play. Well, it's the more aggro play if we don't intend to Doom our flyer on 3. Well, there may be others who have the name Godot, but the going optimal stuff is pretty unique, but I expect there's many Godots out there. Yeah, I think we start on the 3-1. No Jaded AD. We talked about that last week, remember? You were here. Aura spells mean Omen does not get cheaper. If we Sentinel's Eyes, we still trade. We only have this. If we Doom, we can just Doom. You want to go all in? But we can Doom for cheaper if we just wait. Well, if we're going to wait for the flyer, are we going to offer this trade? I think we offer the trade then. If we offer the trade and we find a, I wish we had a known planes. This would be a lot easier if we had a known planes, because then next turn we could play the Pride here. Like, if we had the known planes, my plan for sure would be Leonin now, next turn Envoy into Doom. But I guess any land still makes that play work, so we're going to try. I'm going to go Leonin and then Mountain or Plains off the top, and we can go Envoy into Doom. And this is why I like holding off on these auras. You know, I'm willing to take some risk on these high-risk, high-gain auras, but perfect reason why you got to be careful about it. But now we're going to go with Favored, and basically with Transcendent, Sentinels, Omen, and Impending Doom, we are 4 for 4 on triggering Favored out of our hand. And there's our other land. That's nice. Do we want to go for it into open mana, though? I'm going to go with Envoy to at least trigger the Favored. But I'm going to continue to be patient on the Impending Doom. I'm going to pass, and we have Omen of the Forge available for anything they might play that has 2 or less toughness. I mean, we could take out one of those, but it doesn't seem like how we want to spend our Omen. That is not omenable. That's funny. It was the number of pre-release codes Mike collected for RNA. That's hilarious, Mike. So do we want to bother with an Omen here? I'm not going to bother because I'd rather actually use the Omen to trigger Favored at some point than use it to, like, pick off a soldier here. So we're just going to pass. Liar is interesting. But we're not going to do it now. We're going to go with the Doom on Flyer plan. Especially with them being shields down. And Omen now gives us an interesting play if they choose to double block. The thing is, let's see, if we attack here and here, if we attack with this, we have 2 points of, we effectively have 4 points of first strike. Then we'd use it all on the bearers, and I guess basically we can send in the Favored if we're willing to trade Omen and Favored for their whole board. Yeah, Mike, but if they block with everything, they do get the Favored and we get their whole board. I think that's worth it, because if they don't, they need to literally block with everything, and even if they do, it's not the worst for us. All right, they did block with everything, so we're going to trade 2 for 2 here. Not exactly what I wanted, but again, not the worst, so we're doing it. There was a good chance they don't block properly there, in which case we're extremely rewarded, and they made the correct block, but it wasn't the worst. And if that's their play this turn, obviously great for us. I'm not gonna, we're just gonna deploy the Pegasus though after attacks. Well, neither of Oppo's blocks are good right now as if we just hold cards, so I'm going to attack, see what they want to do. And now, definitely Liar. We can hold lands if we wanted to keep it shrunk, which I suppose we do, although we play a mountain and you can even go to 5 and it's fine. Yeah, we can discard the mountain. We can also just play the Sentinel's Eyes and well, Steven, if we Sentineled yeah, this, I mean, we could have, and this becomes a 3-3 and then this becomes a 3-4. We could have done, yeah, that was probably the right thing to do, but I'm just gonna go Eyes on Envoy and drop the mountain. We still have Liar on 5 for a full strength enemy, and they actually are the ones that lose card value here. Yeah, we could discard Eyes, but there's just no reason to, right? Just play it all out. It's all good. Ooh. Nice. Oppo finds some kind of answer. But without a flyer, we still are in solid shape. Because we get to tap down their enemy and attack with Sunmane for 2 turns. I was thinking about that, Mike, but I just felt like this has activated Vigilance, and this didn't have Vigilance, so that was my thinking. That by putting it here, we gave Vigilance, the capability of Vigilance to both of our creatures. Keep playing this, we're just going to discard if we don't. I don't know, Vigilance doesn't really matter here. I mean, even though that's why I spread that around. I don't know what all the deception y'all are thinking about matters. Like, the Pegasus is going to work or it's not, and they're going to use every bit of power they have to stop the Pegasus if they can, and like holding up a planes, representing this, representing that, none of that really matters, right? Could have done an upkeep scry though. Aha. Well, so be it. Still gonna play lands because this is still forcing discard. Nice top deck from Oppo. I mean, you have to find that off the top to stay alive. But that's why they put it in their deck, to find it off the top and stay alive. We got a nice scry coming here. Hopefully we find some action that can get us to the finish line. Omen of the Forge doesn't really do much for us now, so I'm going to bin them both. I mean, they're making a couple of creatures, but I'm not going to use Omen of the Forge on their... Like, this isn't a good answer to tokens. We need to dig. Yeah, 2 to the face, but is that worth keeping, Mike? I'd rather dig for board control. Yeah, you could make an argument that the Scry 2 is worth keeping for it, but... I'm not sure of the math on that. I'm just going to go for something that we can use right away. Yeah, you get to see 2 more cards, but it takes longer. How about we take this action and start pinning down... we probably just still want to pin that one. We can still do it, though. Yeah, it didn't matter. There was no reason to do it, but I didn't get punished for doing it. Yeah, somehow I was thinking I could bounce attackers, but that's a trick for when you're attacking, not for when they're attacking. Doesn't matter. We're not attacking this turn anyway. We actually want to wait and play Sentinel's Eyes on a turn we're attacking. Man, I thought we had this one. Suddenly we're still battling. Good job from Oppo to keep the faith. They're just going to chump here, but we get to make him do it. The problem with the demon is that it has an awful floor, but at the end of the day, at the end of the game, at the end of a grindy game, it's a 5/5 flyer for 6. And it is a 5/5 flyer for 6 that forces opponents to keep deploying their stuff. Forces you to as well, but at least you get to plan around that. Bottom on the scry is always what we want to see. You're looking at a ton of cards here. Finally found one they like. What is it? Yeah, that's not very useful. And maybe we just want to discard it to fill Sentinel's Eyes. I don't know what other escape we have. Do we have any other escape? Phoenix of Ash. Yeah, with Phoenix of Ash, I actually think I'm going to just hold this land and discard it on purpose. No D. I'm going to play limited and then I'm going to sign off. Pretty big. Oh my God, shut up. Everything shut up. Guess we apathy the Mogus and then we can attack. We could also apathy the enemy and tap the Mogus, but actually Mogus is doing work for Oppo in terms of allowing them to draw cards. And the Liar has the enemy taken care of. So I'm going to apathy the Soul Reaper. Huh. Super interesting. I mean, aren't we incredibly happy about that? Not blocking the 3/6, so we're going to send everything here. And we exile the Soul Reaper and are quite happy that Oppo has taken enemy off the table for us. Of course, we can't tap down the bearers, but anything else they play, we now get to re-liar. Oh yeah, no, I was telling the pet to shut up. And, of course, it's still making noise because I have my pet active. Yeah, I was yelling at the pet mama, not anybody in chat. Everybody's being a wonderful participant in this stream today. Flicker. Flicker can be a nice surprise that we can throw on somebody here. I'm gonna tap down these bearers, though. Let's see, if we flicker the eyes, hero gets through, you're saying? Well, because then it becomes a 5/4. That's not enough to get through, right? We flicker it, it becomes a 2/2. It lands back on the hero, triggers the hero, and that becomes a 3/2. Then it gets the highest for a 4/3, and then this for a 5/4, right? Yeah, no, that doesn't work. So we're going to say no. But we may be able to gang block enough here to take out the bearers. It's going to attack for 7 toughness, though. We'll see. Yeah, we can knock off the mirror. That's a great call. We can just do that. No, but they don't want to. They want to attack. We'll sandbag a land and stay the course. Tight game. Looked like we had this totally in the bag about 10 minutes ago. Now we're in quite the fight. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. That we can flicker the mirror and do some business there. All right, well, now we got decision time. Yeah, we can flicker to eat the chariot, or we can flicker the mirror to eat the glory bearers, but eating the glory bearers doesn't matter so much because the mirror just moves anyway, right? I mean, you just target it. You cast the card Flicker of Fate, and you target the mirror shield. Right? Oh, sorry, I'm the one not reading. I thought, I even looked at it. I thought I read it and it said permanent. Wow. You know you're having a rough time when you're literally reading the card and still not reading the card. Funny. So given that, yeah, we don't have the mirror shield play that we were talking about. Thank you, Yam. But we could flicker the chariot, but instead we can just flicker the sentinel's eyes and do the eat the chariot trick. I like that. That's fine. Since we can't flicker the mirror, we don't have that play anyway, so let's just do this one. Oh, that's funny. I counted wrong anyway. Note that flickering the sentinel's eyes did not trigger the hero because it did not target. I was counting this as a 5/4, but it wasn't even. And now we got a double block. But yeah, it doesn't even work. Shoot. So, yeah, first strike makes the double block not bad, so we just bounce off. Which is really an unfortunate use of our flicker. We just didn't think that through, or at least I didn't. And at least I think nobody in chat screamed at me, but Ryan, it's going to be a 4/4, not a 5/4. So it kind of tricked us all. Tactics, though. Tactics just wins us the game? I'll take it. What a weird game. Not particularly proud of that one, but we'll take it. All right. We're in matchup against black-white enchantments, black-white auras. What do we got for that? Probably nothing much, honestly. This deck does what it does and is successful or not. Revelers, though, we saw both Thundering Chariot and Mirror Shield, so we'll bring in these Revelers. And what are we taking out? There's that Manticore. They are showing some 1 toughness, so it's not like the Manticore is not doing anything. We cut an Omen. I kind of want to take out this Manticore. What do you want to take? What do you want to cut, Mike? First, I definitely want these 2 Revelers, so let me start there. Maybe even cut a Leonin of the Lost Pride for one of these Revelers. Well, they have got the shield that makes Rapid Flames a little blanked. Running out of time. I think I'm just going to send it back here like this. I just cut a 3-1, Mike. We'll revisit the final flare if we go to a 3rd game. Oh, hey, I think I forgot to spin my quest. I'll have to remember that when I leave this match, if you can help me remember. All right. If Oppo would play one of them artifacts, that'd be sweet. Yeah, there's something. I'll take anything. So we got Leonin into Revelers, taking out the sword. Oh, we'll take the shield out instead. Oppo giving us choices. But if they are not going to... I guess it's still a creature. It still builds the board. We could build the board a little bit better here. Yeah, I'm just going to go favored, actually. We have some time. None of those are doing anything yet. In both cases, we should probably wait, if possible, until they spend equip mana on those. I'm not going to not play anything to do that, but we got favored into Commanding Presence, that kind of thing, so... Wow, they did... What? Who has Omen of the Sun and doesn't play it to take out a Leonin of the Lost Pride? That was a weird non-play. I like Commanding Presence on the Leonin to spread around our sources of powerful creatures, and then also First Strike onto a large toughness small butt is actually the perfect place for some First Strike. So we're gonna be a little risky on the aura front here, but it gives us a great attack. Next turn, we will Sentinel's Eyes on the favored and play Irreverent Revelers. We're in a great spot. They spent a lot of time in the early games. Well, that was a perfect card for Oppo. We still got some tools here, but if there was something that was going to save him, that's a fine place for Oppo to start. However, we're going to go Sentinel's Eyes on Favored. And man, we could even make an argument for just giving this thing haste. But I think we should just destroy. Gotta take the 2-for-1 when we have it. The sword is already equipped, but doesn't matter too much on this board. This one, if they equip it so they have 1/3s that are hexproof. 1/3 hexproof doesn't do much. In this board situation, yeah, but the sword really isn't doing that much either. Sword does stop revelers from attacking, but so does the shield. So I'm going to take the shield out. I'm counting on us finding more enchantments to make Favored not care about the sword. Or there's that. We can just do that. Something easy game, maybe? Well, we'll give him Revelers for the 2 soldiers and save our Favored. They got a lot of cards. Yeah, there you go. I was like, I don't actually feel great about our position because of their card strength. It didn't have double strike there, did it? Did I play something that turn? Oh yeah, I just forgot. Sorry. So much time between playing stuff and attacking, I must have forgotten. Oh, it didn't. I didn't think it did. I played like it didn't, that's for sure. Omen is good. Let's see what they got here. They've got only 4 mana. I don't know if they're sitting on something or what. That doesn't even matter. Wow, they're going wide. I didn't know what we were going to draw. And some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Decided to use my mana that turn. Thanks, 30-pound knight. You might be right, though, Mike. That was my thinking, though. Appreciate the comment. 30-pound. Well, we'll do this. Ooh, hello. What about this order? right, is this going to be enough? With Phalanx waiting. Yeah, all right, picked up another win. Oh, we did have a loss, so my record is wrong, but we are 3-1 right now. 3-1. And hey, that's profit, baby. I don't know if this has any grind, but since we broke even, I'm calling it profit. Oh, I keep forgetting to spin. You're right. I have not. But it only matters if we don't have a 500 left to do it with. Wow, do we keep this? I think so. We have Oracle and Liar as 2-3, even with no draw support. So we're going to keep. Nice to hear that, Deck. I'm glad you found this stream and are enjoying it. Welcome. Oh, Deck. Mountain. Obviously the worst draw on our deck. Well, maybe not the worst. We do need some land, but man, we want a plains. Need plains badly. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I mean, technically, by making your gems literally back, there's everything else is gravy. So if you value anything else besides the gems, it's got to be considered profit, right? Well, we have double pump of the Oracle if absolutely nothing else next turn. But again, want a plains here. All right, double pump it is. And we could also not pump and Liar whatever they play. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna... Oh, well, here, let's go full control. Had to do that so we don't lose our Oracle to the double block. I didn't want to make that trade. So a little awkward mana spend, but there you go. Oh yeah, I should have pumped too, sorry. Lost a point of damage there. Had my play disrupted by... my thought process disrupted by the Omen and lost the thread on the pump. Definitely going to untap since we can tap this Wardens for a mere 1 mana. And kind of need it for a mere 1 mana because we have other things we want to do. Do we want a presence here, though? Yeah, let's do it. We might be setting ourselves up for some 2-for-1-age. But we run, if we're going to run a card like Presence, we have to take some risk with it sometime. Mike wanted to tap a token, sure. Mike wanted to tap a token because then if they want to block, they need to do the Wardens. But I guess I did it because I wasn't sure we were going to commanding Presence. But I didn't sequence my turn well there. If I had... Normally, I like to untap, get to main, and then think through my turn, but I was in a spot where I really needed to think through my turn at the choice of the Liar. So, like, here's where we need to think through the turn, right? So, with Blessing, I'm going to decline the untap and hope they go for a kill. Oh, we've got Flicker too. All right, they're going to do that, so we'll go with the... I'll remember to pump this time. Yeah, it has first strike. That's a good point. Kind of want to just leave Blessing and Flicker up as opposed to developing the board. We're creating chumps. This dude is unstoppable. Let's just protect it. Another Plains would be fantastic. We could actually play 2 cards from our hand instead of 1 per turn. And it's rough because right now it's a maybe 1 per turn. Like, we're trying to hold up our protection cards here. No, I like, they can't really answer this Oracle, Joe. So our primary thing here is to use Blessing and Flicker to protect this Oracle combo if we can. Now we're going to take this action. Hey, we found another Plains. That's nice, nice, nice. And we actually don't even need... We can still just get in with the Oracle. We still don't need to do anything but attack with the Oracle. With the tricks we have in hand, there's nothing they can really do about this attack that scares me. I mean, this is kind of perfect, right? Let's see. We go... Let me make sure we do this right. So we go... We're going to have 6/6 plus a pump. I think we kind of get it all, because with a pump, we get 8 points of damage. We even get 2 pumps. Yeah, we get it all here. Yeah, we don't need to use a card, as Funky points out. We can just literally pump 3 times. Well, here, I'll do it this way first. Yeah, actually, wait, I'm going to do it this way. Well, there's not 2... we can do this, and then we can play Pious and have Blessing. No, we don't have to. We can just do this. Right? Oh, no, we do have to. Mike's right. By doing it this way. I did my math wrong, but it worked out. Well, no matter what, I wanted to take out the 8 toughness from the 3/4s. More fodder for my feeling that my stream is showing you all how you can make a bunch of mistakes and still win well over 60% of your games. Yeah, that's what I was trying to work out, Mike, and then I just did the wrong thing and had to recover from my own suboptimals. But we did. We did. And we're looking at... We didn't learn much about the deck here. Just looks like green-white auras, though. Don't see any artifacts. Rumbling Sentry, Wrap. Yeah, let's just run this back, I think. What do you want to do about the X4s? Bring in a Final Flare? You could like bring in a Final Flare over and one Omen or something? Yeah, all right. I'm with you on that, Mike. Yeah, we can also bring in the Wrap. All right, looks nice, looks nice. Need another mountain for this creature, but we've got everything else ready with what's in hand. Hey, there's our other red as well. Nice. Envoy into Phoenix into Hero or something like that. Actually, with that Leonin, we'll go... Actually, with Hero, I'll just drop a Hero here. Yeah, I think you're right, especially with the Leonin, Mike, because then we can create a 1/1 soldier that threatens that Lost Pride. Well, we'll hold our heroes. Pious Wayfarer, you say? I think we can Wayfarer Phoenix here, and then have a nice turn with the tactics next turn. I'm gonna go Phoenix and attack with it. I know they can block with the Wardens, but I want to... go ahead and let him make the block. Tactics looking really good next turn if they don't mess with our board at all. Okay. Well, we get an envoy after combat. If we do tactics... if they double block the Phoenix, we tactics and it lives? No, it doesn't live, but it's okay. It's the Phoenix. It can die and it's okay. Yeah, we'll play... sorry, yeah, right. Envoy pre-combat for the Pious buff. And so where do we put that? Maybe we put that on the Phoenix. And then the benefit of putting this on the Phoenix is that we can target Hero with the Phalanx and Phoenix still gets to 4 power. Both for the toughness and so that we can direct the tactics to the hero if they don't do this. With, well, yeah, this doesn't matter anyway. Even, yeah, this is a fine double block. They probably know something's up, but maybe they're in the mode of can't play around it. I don't know. Let's take out the Wardens first. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about I honestly didn't remember that my Phoenix pumped, if I'm honest, Mike. Look how bad you can be at this game and still win. Yeah, let's go fix everything. So we're going to go spin. Although I might have missed my chance. Did I get all the 500s? No. Okay, so we're going to spin this one. Oh, I guess I already did. I might have spun last night or this morning or something and didn't notice. Is there anything else we wanted? Boros deck went 7-1, and we're trying to max win on this one too. This is a different Boros deck, Steven. We had this was an unfinished Boros deck that we had to play. We're on the draw. Any land gets us Manticore and Phoenix. But I believe our deck wants to get for sure on board sooner than 3, so I'm gonna mulligan this on a narrow mulligan. Mike's on Reluctant Keep, I'm on Reluctant Mull, and we're gonna happily keep this. We just gotta figure out what we're pitching. Boy, could it be Liar? I mean, Favored plus, or maybe it's just here. No, we want Hero and Favored. We gotta keep Hero and Favored, so it's, and we gotta keep both lands. So it's one of the non-creatures. Yeah, Omen is probably the weakest card. I think Mike is right. The thing is, it's the weakest card, but it's the best early. And if we don't find our 4 lands, we'll be sure happy to have some interaction. Liar uses up a lot of our cards and doesn't trigger the Favored. I think Mike is right that this is our weakest card, but I think chat in general is right that this is probably our best chance to win, is getting... Yeah, Crazy is getting rid of the Liar, because our plan here is curve out and all of this works, right? Well, both Presence and Liar are saying you need a lot of mana, but the Presence says you use 4 mana once and you're done. Liar kind of wants more work from you. We're quite okay with racing. Well, I'm going to attack with a hero and they're not going to trade. If they can come up with 4 power, we really don't want to pass without having the Omen ready. Mike wants to drop the Favored. Are you willing to let this get out of range right away, Mike? That's true. Mike says you can flicker to reset it, so don't worry about it. It's not really what we want to do with flicker. But yeah, we have some answers, so let's keep building out our board. I like the observation that if they do make the beetle big here, we do have several answers to that. I forgot to turn off my own pets is the problem. Is there anything I can do about it? No. I just have to... I really hate this fox whining at me. I could have a dog. I yell at my dog when it makes these noises. So, we can make a Leonin that threatens to trade a 3-power beetle anyway. I'm definitely attacking, though. Yeah, let's just drop a 3-1. Keep the race going. Oh, definitely, Robert. When I disagree with Mike, that's causes my most concern, you know? Like, why don't I agree with Mike right now? So we can make this trade and probably have to Apathy Renata, but the trouble is they get another turn out of Renata. I'm gonna go ahead and make this trade. I mean, aren't you sick? Like, oh, these whiny dogs are gonna drive me mad. No, 995 arena drafts, I think, not 995 THB. I don't think anybody could pull that off in the time it's been out. So where are we? Now we're not going to attack. Yeah, pretty much, Robert. Well, I think we just have to apathy Renata. And hope that the Horn Beetle stays. Nope, never mind. I don't think game one is going to go our way, folks. We have also, not only are we just up against rough stuff here, but we have failed to find our fourth land, which is impacting us pretty heavily right now. Don't really have the time to take off to get rid of Renata, so these are going to keep climbing up. But we can flicker. Guess we're going to try and flicker our way to killing something here. But we can't. I guess we're going to flicker doesn't work. Flicker does nothing. We're just in trouble. That's the bottom line. So I guess we Omen plus Hero. But even that doesn't work because this is going to be a 5/5. Dionysus with the perfect hindsight. Thanks for your hindsight comments, Dionysus. Really helpful. I kind of just want to scoop. Let's try in the next game. We can't win this. We don't have enough to do with 3 mana in the face of this. Exactly. We had a plan, but because Dionysus feels that he knew we were going to be stuck on 3 lands, that we clearly did the wrong thing after the fact. Do you see what I'm saying, D? I'm being a little salty at you, but you shouldn't be thinking that way. It feels like you're being results oriented. Let me be less salty and more helpful. Dionysus says, should have omened that beetle right away, but we had a plan. The plan was get our major attacker for our aggro deck out right away. And if they don't make it bigger, we still get to do it. If they do get it bigger, as soon as we get to 4 land, we get to flicker it and replay the omen to get it anyway. So, D, we had a full plan for it. So for you to say that we should have omened that beetle right away is you saying, because your plan didn't work out, because your plan resulted in one of the fail cases, your plan was wrong. And that's the heart of results-oriented thinking. That's the heart of saying, because of the way it worked out, what you did was wrong, instead of saying, hey, the play you made had a very high chance of success. It just didn't work out this time. But if you ever face that situation again, you should do the same thing because the odds of it working are really good for you. All right, that was a little bit better of a response to D's hindsight. Let's run it back. But that's not what he said, Timnos. That's not how I read it. And honestly, I know D enough to know that that's not how he was thinking about it. Or at least I know D enough for that to be an appropriate response, given how he is likely thinking about it. Boy, another color short situation, but we do have Omen on 2 and Phoenix with any land on 3. I want to keep, but I don't love it. All right, well, now we want to see something that we can omen, and then any kind of land. I'll even take a mountain deck. Just give us a land. Blah. What do you think, D? Should we have mulliganed? Now that it hasn't worked out? Here goes all our land into the yard ready. Land, land, land. No, even better, we got a Sentinel's Eyes, so that actually helped us. Only if we cast it next turn, though, because they're going to exile it pretty shortly. So it actually doesn't really help. They're just going to exile that, because we're not going to get this onto a creature next turn. All right, I said I would take even a mountain. I'll take it. Let's go. I think that's, but that's, I appreciate your appreciation, D, but for you to say you should always fire off a beetle, that seems like terrible logic. Always and never are really dangerous concepts to apply in the abstract to something like that. What you should do is take a look at the context of the situation and see if it's the right thing to do. Frustrating, but we're gonna drop a liar here. That Renata is a big problem. But maybe 8 more attacks with Phoenix and it's fine? Something like that? Apparently I said something to trigger Star Wars thoughts in chat. I don't know what the reference is to. Again, I don't know that that's, like, that's not a Star Wars quote I'm familiar with. But I don't even know, like, what movie did... Tell me where that saying appeared. Like, when what is the origin of that saying about the Sith? I don't know what movie that appeared in. Oh, see, now I'm talking about Star Wars and forgetting to pump. I blame chat. Well, they got our Phoenix. That stinks. Hopefully they'll play like some 1-drop. Yeah, we're in big trouble, folks. Big trouble, big trouble. Episode 1. Well, let me tell you, if you're telling me all about what happened in the prequels, I saw the first 3 prequels once when they came out and never again on any of them, so I barely remember anything that happened in the episodes 1 through 3. Oh yeah, it turned out to be the right play not to pump, because if I had pumped, they would have killed it in response. That's really funny. I didn't comment on that, but Brian is actually correct about that. That's funny. I get distracted and accidentally make the next level play against Oppo. Well, I'm kind of losing my thread here, waiting to die, but Oppo's failing to kill us, so maybe we're going to be fine here. I don't know. I think they're a lot worse, actually. I really do. The original the 4, 5, and 6 had heart and grit in a way that the originals just don't. Like my problem with those originals is I think CGI ruined the prequels. I think those movies would have been great if they had to make them the same way they made them in the late 70s and early 80s. I think the CGI just made it all heartless. Like, the actors aren't acting against anything, and everything is super clean. Like, there's no trash compactors in episodes 1, 2, or 3, right? Like, I like the gritty, dirty world of episode 4, 5, and 6, and then in 1, 2, and 3, it all got polished to a total sheen and became a less real feeling world to me. And the story was bad too. I mean, I don't know if Adalwar, if you know, like, that's the thing. There's just multiple problems with the prequels. So, are we finally just doing this? Like, we don't get the scry. I might, but we do it. We get the scry next turn if we do this now. Do we finally just do this just to be able to scry? Like, man, it just feels like if what our result is that we draw a non-planes and end up scrying, like, we're just dead. How do we even do that? Like, we're just dead if we do that. I don't think it's the right play because if we're winning, like, we don't have time to do a bunch of nothing. But, I mean, maybe we play this and we don't scry next turn, though. I guess I'm going to do it. Like, here's the thing. With Renata out, nothing is ever going to be one or 2 toughness, basically. So, no, that's the thing, sir. I did not want to scry on this turn. But by playing the Omen out, we set up to be able to scry next turn without having to spend the extra 2. So really, this is just a hedge to scry later. And by finding our planes, we actually have some play here, but we still only get 1 play per turn, and it's pretty much got to be our removal, right? Does this... And then I think... I mean, we can play the Lost Pride and try and trade with the Manticore, but then if they play something our turn, they can just kill it. Yeah, the trouble with the Lost Pride is that, like, if they have an instant, like, it's dead before we even pass the turn. So... we could play the hero, but we still need it all to survive to be able to use it as removal. So I think we just have to play the Apathy or the Punishment. And I'll play the Apathy since it costs more. And we're gonna need to get rid of... Yeah, we have the Punishment and the Scry. That's fair. Okay, let's do Punishment and Scry. And I'm gonna do this because we want to save the Apathy to get rid of Renata completely. Good call, folks. I like Scry and Punish. We are getting punished here, though. I'm doing this a little early in the sense that they know we don't have anything now, but they were not going to not attack. All right, even found our second planes. How about... it's true that Punishment turns off the ability on Renata, Mike, but at 11... well, now we may have to play something where we can block and pump to kill the beetle, which really needs... hero? Yeah, we could apathy the beetle, but boy, this Renata's just going to get us. I guess we do have to apathy the beetle, huh? Trying to get rid of this Renata, but I think we're at a point where our unlikely plan is that Renata just doesn't do very much work from here. Well, can we not take them up on this? How do we not take them up on this? I gotta take them up on this. If they have a trick, then we're trading our 3-drop for a trick. Ah, that's what they were up to. Thought that was really weird, but now it all makes sense. Well, we can get our Phoenix back now. That's not the worst. Let's do that. Technically, Leonin blocks Renata. And we got a good clock here. We might pull this off. Well, can I try to take this offer too? I mean, we take it. Well, that didn't hurt, for one thing, Harv. And now, 1, 2, 3... Oh yeah, now we're lethal, right? Pump, pump, bless. See what they find here. Off the rise. Yeah, I think we got it. Nice. We can even do it that way. I guess I mean, it doesn't matter. This is all everything they have is known, so one way or another it was gonna end. All right, we're at 1 and 1. All the marbles incoming. We learn anything else about that deck? Yeah, that looks like a splashed Calyx. Yeah, I probably need to show him the impending doom. I doubt it makes any decision different for them in the next game, but I could have won it without showing the doom. I just kind of played my cards knowing that we were not at risk. I think I'm bringing back a final flare. These omens are just a little bit out of range. We can try a wrap even. Seems possible here, but I don't know what to cut. I'm just gonna go with this. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have thought about that some more. Found a place for wrap, but rough, but I'm keeping. These are 3 very nice cards. We have both of our colors. Need a creature, of course, but this all looked too good to me to pass. To mulligan. Now, creature on 2. Oh, nope. Nothing for us. Yes. D, I'm working on memes. But you'll know them when you see them. Boy, that's a pretty big dude to just not apathy. I mean, we could liar, but we're not tapping it down for a while. Then we're finally peg it. I think we just have to apathy here. It's not really what I want to use apathy on, but it's untenable to just take 4 for the next few turns or whatever. We're gonna go Pegasus, Presence, and hope it holds. That's like plans A through K here. Wow, and it might not hold. Although between Liar, Lifelink, and Presence creatures, maybe we get there. Although it looks like, in fact, I'm gonna pass on Presence for this turn and instead gain some life back, attack for 2 lifelink, and then drop the Manticore. And then the Manticore threatens to trade with the Forerunner at least. Presence to stay back to block, also an interesting play, Steven. I like doing that next turn because then we can even attack. We can go Presence, activate, Vigilant, attack, lifelink, and dude. Then why did you ask, D? I think you sometimes talk to hear yourself chat. If you asked me a question you knew the answer to. Yeah, we're gonna try and take this trade at least and get rid of their trample. And then hopefully, ooh, looks like they got something. This is not going to work out. Wow, that's brutal. Might be all for us, folks. Although that's not bad. This is actually quite good. Yeah, Harv, how long have you been on this? How long have you been hanging around on this stream? There's people and then there's Dionysus, okay? So make a creature stay back. The trouble is the beetle's gonna get big. I'm just gonna stay back so that we have blessing. So we have 6 points of first strike. Well, we can't be dead on board with lifelink, right? Because we're at a virtual, like we're at 13. Ah, great. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We have to... The plan now is that Oppo has nothing, right? There's no other choice. Wow, they just keep dropping heat. Just when I think we have a stabilization. The heat. We got some heat. What am I doing? Let me think about how we might not lose this game. So we have 7 mana. We spend 2 of it to get in for 4 lifelink, and we have 5 left. Then we can Lyre and tap down the spider. Okay. Now, can they get... I guess they can get this back, but they can't, 4/5 doesn't kill the Pegasus at least. Yeah, we got it. Oh, right, it's a 5/6 because of Renata. So maybe we're just doomed plus this. Because we don't know how they're going to attack. Also, we can get lifelink on both sides this way. That was my thought. Although the trouble is they're going to bring the spider back and kill the Pegasus. However, we will at least get the Pegasus some life when they fight. I think Steven is right, and we are doomed. But we are at a virtual 17 here, at least. Oh, it's a punch, not a fight. So much for reading. Well, it was a nice run with this deck. I'll take 4 wins. But this is going to wreck us pretty darn good. So my mistake on last turn, I couldn't let this spider die. I was thinking it would be okay for us to let the spider die because it wouldn't be able to do what it's doing now, but I forgot the Renata interaction. So if I could go back and do the other turn, we would have to Lyre to eventually get the chain web locked down and then try to do the defensive lifelink. So I think there were ways for us to still hang on in this game, but obviously we were in a bad way. I mean, you look at what Oppo is up to, and I think we were going to run out of options eventually, but I could have bought us a little more time with a different play last turn. It doesn't look like it was winnable based on what I'm seeing, based on this draw. Like this Aroan games kind of ended our ability to win this game. But yeah, we're totally happy with this result. Thanks, Robert. Glad you could make it back. Well, apparently if you play Boros, you get a lot of magic in, because we've played a ton of games today. Yeah, Aspect might have been the thing we couldn't survive to. We just got wrecked pretty good on that last game. Could have played it better, but was going to be very rough to try and win that one. We get a nice open here, though. All right, I could send you on a raid, but you know, there is the big Magic tournament happening right now, so I assume all of you will just go say hi to the Magic tournament. But whatever, we got people to raid. Let's go. We went to Mobius yesterday. Let's go to Amy or Lavinius today. I'm going to see who's doing what over there. Looks like Amy's playing Runeterra, so if you want to see that, you can go catch Amy's stream. And looks like Lady's playing Brawl. Maybe I'll go to Mobius after all. At least he'll be drafting, right? I'm running 3 accounts, but I don't really need 3. 2 would be correct for me. If I weren't streaming, I'd just have 2, I think. Yeah, I'm going to send you to Mobius because he's drafting. No offense, Amy and Lavinius, but if you were drafting, I would send you there. Yeah, it was a great time. I'm going to say a full goodbye to everybody here. Thanks, YouTubers, for hanging out for this one. Hope you enjoyed the Boros action, and we'll catch you the next draft. And thank you, everybody, for a great week of streaming, and we'll catch you next week, right? Right. See you then.